Hey YouTube, Ricician 84 here of Team Sorcerers, and this is the second Genesys deck profile that I'm doing. First one being posted on this channel. I would put it on my own personal channel, like I said, but like I keep saying, I've still got all those series going on. This one is the Crow Blackwing deck. I say Crow because it's mostly the Blackwing deck that came in the Legendary 5Ds decks, only I've modified it to run under Genesys. I could have played it under my format, but I've got too many Ricician format decks anyway, and I wasn't planning on rebuilding my normal Blackwings regardless. Plus, if I did make this for Ricician format, then I wouldn't be able to use Blackwing the Salt Dragon and Blackwing Full Armor Master since they're banned in my format. So yeah, this is one of 3 pure Genesys decks I have, and it stands at exactly 100 points. So yeah, let's take it away. So I've got 3 copies of Simoon. Normally I would play 2, but I wanted to play as much of the deck how it was constructed as possible. And 1 Chris, 1 Bora, 1 Zephyros. I don't know why this wasn't in the deck. I had to get this separately. This is one of the few Blackwing cards that have points, so it's standing at 13. And 3 copies of Shamal. Again, I'd normally just play 2, but yeah, again, we're just playing it how it is. Same with this one. 3 copies of Sudri, the Stratos of the deck. Then 1 Gale, 1 Harmattan, 3 copies of Vata, 1 Vayu, 1 Shanga, 1 Orochi, and 3 copies of Chinook, and Mulch Army Fwulos, the best Mulch Army monster. So this is 7 points, of course. I've yet to actually use it, and this is the only deck I'd play a Mulch Army in. Because, well, it's just hard to wrap my head around regarding how many cards I have to put back in the deck if I end up with lots of cards in hand. Eventually I'll get there. And then 1 Ghost Mortar and Moonlit Chill, that's worth 5 points. Keeping in mind the points are the way they are at the time of recording this, I don't know if any of this will change at some point. I mean, the last points list change was in March, so I think it's May that it might change. I don't know. They never seem to announce when points change. Anyway, for the spells, I have 2 copies of Black Feather Whirlwind, 3 copies of Black Whirlwind. The Precon deck did have only 2 for some reason, so I had to get the 3rd one separately. Monster Reborn, that's 4 points. Book of Moon, that's also 4 points. Called by the Grave, that's 20. And Forbidden Chalice, that's 5 points. Hopefully it's still on screen. MST, and that's it for spells. Traps, we have Blackwing Twin Shadow, which honestly I might just double up on. Delta Crow, Icarus Attack. Wait, no, that's Blackbird Close, sorry. This is Icarus Attack. And cards I did put in myself, Mirror Force and Fiendish Chain. And that's it for the main deck. On with the extra deck, which of course is all synchros. So we have Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane, an easy level 10 to make, and in Ricician format, this was what was replacing Full Armor Master, but I thought I'd run it here. Then 2 copies of Blackwing Assault Dragon, that's 1 point. Why it doesn't have more is beyond me. I feel like based on what it's being used for, it should have way more points, maybe 100 even. Then the 1 Full Armor Master, one of those towers you either love or hate. Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend, because I needed another generic level 8 synchro. Silver Wind, mainly to bring out with Vayu. It's not easy, but actually properly synchro summoning it. Then 2 copies of Blackwing Dragon. I've got the normal version and the chibi version. Like I keep saying, I don't normally care for alternate arts, and I don't normally play them in odd artworks, yet alone odd rarities, but because they were in the deck, I'm using them. Then original Armor Master, my favourite Blackwing of them all. Black Rose Dragon, that was also an edition of mine, because I needed another generic level 7. 1 copy of No Fung, 2 copies of Bora Storm, that's 20 points. Then Armed Wing, and finally Armades, because I felt like I needed a generic level 5. And yeah, that is the deck. That is my Genesys format Crow Blackwing deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and a comment, share and subscribe if you haven't subbed already. Now, I could make it stronger with things like Ricician. In fact, I would like to get Ricician. And Shura and Bora, not Bora, Blizzard, but I really can't be bothered. And again, I just want to play the deck the way it is, with as many of the legendary deck cards as possible, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching.